Morning, everyone. I'm Krista Myers, editor-in-chief of ETF.com, here with your Market Minute for Tuesday, June 10th. And I'm coming to you today from Boca Raton, Florida, where I will be participating in the Inside ETFs conference. Now, let's take a look at the markets. We do have all three major indices fairly in the green, but really right now, stocks are kind of taking and holding a breath as we await to hear any sort of update between the United States and China when it comes to the trade talks. Both sides are meeting right now in London to see if they can cobble together some sort of deal, and that's right now what investors are paying a huge amount of attention to. Now, both sides did say that talks were going well, and so there is some hope and some optimism that we might see some positive headlines around U.S. trade. And the United States did actually say that it might reconsider lifting its ban on exported goods like semiconductors if the trade talks go well. So let's take a look at the ETF SOX, SOXX, that's the iShares Semiconductor ETF. It is in the green today, up about 0.8 of a percentage point right now. So doing pretty well on the news that that ban might be lifted. What's not doing well, despite the positive trend that we're seeing in these trade talks, is going to be MADE, the iShares U.S. Manufacturing ETF, MADE. It is in the red, down about 0.25 of a percentage point right now. And then XLI, the Industrial Select Sector Spider Fund, it is also down about 0.25 of a percentage point. Now, we might see both funds either accelerate those losses or perhaps reverse them, depending on the headlines that we see around trade. We also have one other major piece of news right now in the markets that I want to talk about, and that is going to be Circle, the Circle Internet Group. It had its IPO a few days ago. It is a peer-to-peer payments platform, and it also manages USDC. That is a cryptocurrency that is pegged to the United States dollar, so it is a stable coin. And it had one of the most successful IPOs that we've seen in a long time, having a two-day pop that was the highest since 1980. So I decided to pull up the stock on a stock page on ETF.com to see which ETFs are holding Circle. I will say Circle right now is accelerating its losses, down about 4.5% right now. Might be seeing a little bit of profit taking as investors obviously saw how well the stock did after its IPO. And as a result, some of the ETFs are not doing too well. So let's start with the ETF that holds the most amount of Circle. That's BPAY, the BlackRock Future Financial and Technology ETF, BPAY. It is in the red, down about 0.75 of a percentage point. Here's something interesting though. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest, several of its ETFs do hold Circle, and her company pulled in $500 million because of the Circle IPO. We talk about it on ETF.com. I want to bring up ARKK, the ARK Innovation ETF. It is soaring today, up almost 1%, despite what we are seeing with the Circle stock. Could be a comeback for Cathie Wood and for ARK Invest. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to ETF.com as we keep you updated on all the news to do with the U.S.-China trade and, of course, your investor portfolio.